Hello everyone. Today I will share a very detailed, long and thorough review of a device that I believe any painter, construction finisher, or professional interior designer should equip. That is a 1.8 meters long wall sander with LED lights and integrated vacuum function. Running on 220 volts household electricity, 950 watts capacity, rotation speed up to 2,800 RPM. This is a machine line in the mid-high-end segment, highly appreciated for its working efficiency, durability, surface treatment ability, and especially its convenience in the actual construction environment. When opening the product box, the machine is packaged quite carefully in a shockproof foam layer. Inside includes a 1.8 meter long wall scrubber with LED lights installed around the scrubber head, a vacuum cleaner cord about 2 meters long, a dust bag, if not connected to an external vacuum cleaner, a power cord about 4 meters long, a set of 6 round sandpaper pieces with dust holes, a wrench to open the machine head, a cleaning brush, and an instruction manual. Overall, when holding the machine in your hand, it feels sturdy and solid, not flimsy like cheap machines. The 1.8 meter long handle is made of aluminum alloy with electrostatic paint coating. The handle is covered with a layer of non-slip, heat-resistant rough rubber. The head of the machine, where the scrubber base and main motor are attached, is firmly reinforced with a protective mesh layer to prevent dust from entering the motor. The most impressive point is the 360-degree LED strip around the scrubber head. It not only helps work in low-light environments, but also helps clearly detect defects, unsanded areas, and uneven plaster patches, thereby handling them immediately while sanding, without having to check them again with the naked eye afterwards. The body of the machine is designed symmetrically, balancing the gravity between the handle and the motor, so when lifting it to work at height, it is very less tiring. In addition, the sanding head has a self-adjusting knotting mechanism, sticking close to the wall, even if you work from many different angles. The machine uses a 220-volt power source, plug and play, no need for an air compressor, no need for a converter. When the switch is turned on, the machine starts to rotate. The speed can be adjusted by the knob on the body, from slow to fast. Immediately after pressing the button, the motor starts smoothly, no jerking. The speed increases evenly. The noise is at a medium level, not deafening. With a maximum rotation speed of up to 2,800 RPM, the machine can sand quickly and evenly over a large area, from flat walls to high ceilings, slightly curved areas such as wall corners, moldings. When starting to sand, just gently move the machine in a Z or U shape, keeping the sanding base on the flat surface. No need to press hard because the rotation force is enough to handle the putty layer. With sandpaper with dust suction holes, when connected to a bag or an external vacuum, dust is almost not thrown out, helping to protect the respiratory system, reducing air pollution during construction. I have tried sanding in many different real-life conditions: houses, apartments, villas under renovation. The effect is stable, clean, customers are very satisfied, especially in spaces with young children or the elderly. Not spreading dust when sanding is an extremely important factor. The machine can operate continuously for about 45 minutes, 1 hour without overheating. After stopping for 5 to 10 minutes, you can continue to operate if you need to process a large area. In a real project, I used the machine to continuously sand more than 150 millers of walls and ceilings within 1 day. The results were very good, without any errors of the machine stopping or overloading. After a long time of use, I also have some tips to share. You should use good quality sandpaper. Install the suction hole correctly. When installing, press it tightly to avoid misalignment. Clean the suction tube and sanding base every day with a brush or compressed air. When sanding, go steadily, do not move too fast, causing the machine to slip off the surface. Another commendable point is that the LED light button is arranged separately, independent of the main switch. This helps you to turn on the light to check the surface without having to start the machine. In addition, when you need to stop in the middle to change the sandpaper, I often use the LED light as a temporary light source to check the sanded areas. This is a small but extremely useful detail. The 4-meter-long power cord also helps reduce the need for additional sockets, especially in projects without a power source available near the construction site. In summary, after long-term use and construction of many different projects, I can confirm that the 1.8-meter long-handled wall sander with LED light, dust extraction, 950 watts capacity is a device worth the money. It helps speed up the completion of the project, reduce dust, ensure aesthetics, health safety, and bring clear professionalism to the construction team. For those who are looking for a multifunction, durable, and effective wall sander, this is an option not to be missed. Real experience, different surfaces, compare with machines in the same segment. In this section, I will talk more about the actual performance when using the machine in different conditions. First, the wall surface with putty has just dried. After about 1 day of applying the putty layer, I proceed to sand it with this machine. Medium speed, using P120 sandpaper. After about 15 minutes for 12 milliliters, the entire surface is smooth and even, no more hand ripples. With the sunken spots, the flexible sanding head automatically adjusts to the user's hand, not leaving deep sanding stripes like poor quality machines. Next, the old wall has many layers of peeling paint. I switch to P80 paper and increase the rotation speed to a higher level. At this point, the machine shows its true power. The peeling patches are easily removed, the rough wall surface is clearly exposed, ready for patching. The commendable point is that during this process, dust does not fly up. I scrubbed right in the middle of the living room without affecting the furniture covered with tarps. I also tried scrubbing a plaster ceiling about 3.2 meters high. Thanks to the long handle, I did not need a ladder. The LED strip helps to see every corner, even the edge close to the wall. Sticking to the surface when working at high places is extremely important, and the machine did very well. The right angle between the ceiling and the wall is no longer a difficult problem as before. The machine is compact, easy to tilt the scrubbing head as desired. In particular, I had the opportunity to test the machine in parallel with another model of the same price range, equivalent capacity but without the LED light and integrated dust extraction feature. When scrubbing at the same time, the other machine emitted a lot of dust, sticking to hair and masks. Meanwhile, the 950-watt machine I am reviewing still keeps the work area clean. If you use an external vacuum cleaner, it is almost as clean as cleaning indoors as if you were cleaning outdoors. This machine is suitable for both professional and amateur workers. For those who do finishing services or team leaders, owning this machine will enhance the professional image and service quality. As for people or homeowners who do their own repairs, it only takes a few minutes to learn how to operate it. Even women can use it because the machine is not too heavy. The handle is light and has good anti-vibration properties. Next, I will share maintenance tips, how to choose accompanying accessories, and common errors when using this wall sander. After a long time of use, I have learned many small but extremely useful tips in maintaining and keeping the machine running stably and durably. First of all, clean the machine after each working day. You should spend about 5 to 10 minutes after construction to clean the dust on the scrubbing head, especially around the LED light slot and the dust suction holes. If possible, use a steam cleaner or compressed air to blow away the dust inside the motor. This will significantly increase its lifespan. Second, the dust filter inside the dust bag or suction tube should also be removed and cleaned periodically to avoid thick dust accumulation, which will weaken the suction. For those of you using an external vacuum cleaner, periodically check the filter of the vacuum cleaner and always use a quality hose to connect. Avoid the hose being bent or punctured, causing loss of pressure. Regarding the accompanying accessories, round sandpaper with suction holes is something you need to choose carefully. I recommend using imported or genuine sandpaper if possible. Although the price is a bit higher, it is more durable and does not tear when rotating at high speed. 8-hole or 10-hole sandpaper is suitable for the dust suction structure of the machine head, helping the dust pass through faster and cleaner. A small tip is to buy a few sets of sandpaper with different fineness, P60, P80, P120, P150, depending on each construction stage. For example, when sanding the first layer of putty, you should use P80, and when smoothing before applying primer, switch to P120 or P150 for higher efficiency. During use, if you see signs of abnormal vibration, the motor noise increases, or the sanding head does not rotate evenly, you should stop and check the following factors. Is the sandpaper installed off-center? Is the sanding base screw loose? Is the drive shaft covered with thick dust causing friction? Sometimes, just tightening a few screws will make the machine run smoothly again. Another common error is that the LED light does not light up even though the machine is still rotating. This case may be due to a loose power jack or auxiliary switch. Gently remove the lamp cover, check the wiring, and try turning it on and off several times. If it still doesn't work, you can replace the LED cluster, which is not too expensive. In addition, you should periodically lubricate the rotating shaft to avoid letting the machine run dry for a long time, which can easily generate heat and wear the shaft. Specialized lubricating oil for electric motors or sewing machine oil can be used. Especially for those who use the machine every day, it is best to lubricate it once a week. Proper maintenance, choosing the right accessories, and understanding common errors will help the machine operate stably, last a long time, reduce repair costs, and increase work efficiency.